Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Thinking Bocchi, The Rock. Tonight we're on episode of tier list. Not an episode, it's a tier list. So yeah, the plan. Y'all know the plan for this, what we're gonna be doing? We're gonna do two tier lists. We're gonna do, first one, a, like, general how good the character is tier list. That's more like a, how much did they add to the story, add to the enjoyment of the story, blah, blah, blah. And then a, like, how much I would want to spend time with said character tier list. Not like waifu, okay? I usually do a waifu tier list, but, like, I'm not gonna put Bocchi, Kita, Nijiga, and Ryo on a waifu tier list. They're like, what, like 15 or something? I am not about that. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm also going to be listening to the full album of the band, Kasuko Band. Look at me probably pronouncing that wrong. Whatever. So this is the album, boom, on the screen if you're trying to also listen to it. I'm just gonna start from the beginning and just have it going in the background. You're not gonna be hearing that though because copyright. So, Pog. Let me get that started. 3, 2, 1, bang. And, yeah. Pog, basically Pog. So, tier list time. You know what's really scary? That Bocchi is literally the first one that I have here. Wait, let me scramble this, okay? We're gonna do a little bit of scrambling. Because I saw friggin', I need a character at the end that's like a good, let's put Bocchi as the last character we rank. Okay, how about that? Okay. First up is this dude. This was the dude from Hiyori's band that like Nijiga walked up. He was like the owner of the club, right? And Nijiga walked up and was like intimidated by him. I mean, you're okay, I guess. You're just kind of a character, right? That's okay. Yeah, it is what it is. Honestly, let's just get all of them out of the way immediately. I feel like there's one more. These three. I mean, these three, like, appeared for, like, one episode of each. Eliza definitely is the winner of the three. It's probably literally this order. Because Eliza, I like how she has, like, an interesting going on with her, like, accent. And, like, her, like, you know, she was, like, English, learned Japanese. Or, like, there's something going on there. So I appreciate that. This dude had a funny bit. I do not remember this character. I think it's part of the trio, though. So, yeah. Fubuki, I think? Wait. Futari. It's Futari. Let me get my notes up just so I don't make a fool of myself. Futari. I think Futari's probably the best of the family other than Bocchi. This song is really good. The Seishun Complex. But yeah. But not like great and amazing. It's just like, let me get all the parents up here actually. The Bocchi family. I feel like Futari's the best of the three, and then the dad, and then the mom, which is kind of a weird spot. Because, like, Futari's the best because she actually has the most, like, screen time, right? She, like, makes fun of Bocchi, which is funny, but kind of does it in, like, a teasing little sister way, not, like, in a nefarious, like, I'm gonna, like, make, like, you know, it's not evil. There's no ill intent there, other than, you know, children being children. So I can appreciate that. The dad at least is like super invested in Bocchi and like, you know, she's loaning his guitar, right? And he's of course got the camcorder up during the show and everything. So that's like all just absolutely adorable. The mom just kind of exists. It is what it is. So yeah, Nijiga. She's definitely in the highest tier and it's not even hard. Literally, I would say the best moment of the show. Well, there's a lot of really good moments in the show. One of the easiest, best moments in the entire show is Nijiga like telling Bocchi about her family, and like I read that extra chapter, right, for Nijiga and her sister, kind of their backstory, and I mean that was like just so good. Her having the bow everywhere is also like such a like great. It's just like it's like what is the purpose of the music, right? Like why are they doing any of this, you know? And so to get that insight from Nijiga and for it to be like coming out of a place of like honoring her mother, you know, and that goes into all the star themes and just, you know, her motivation to have like a great band, and like that's really powerful and really good for like why do I play the music I play to like honor a, you know, someone that I cared about that's now gone. That's just so good already. Just throw in like the bow as like a, you know, a recurring visual like reminder of that, plus the sister, and like it's like they had a kind of bad sister relationship, or at least just kind of a you know, insufficient one, but then through the chapter we read, right, Or I just kind of read it on my own and then talked about it. But go read the chapter if you didn't. It's like, I don't remember the chapter name. Just look it up or something. I don't know, man. But seeing how Nijika's sister, like, there was that distance, and then it was that process of, like, they're using the Starry and the band together, the both of them, to, like, honor their mother. And so that's why the sister, like, left her band to kind of, like, set it up for Nijika, and it bonded, and it was just so good, man. So yeah, Nijika's the best maybe character. Definitely S tier. Like, this is the base S A B C F, right? That's kind of what we got here. And I love her. And she's a golden angel, and she's the one that, like, immediately from the start, one, she's the drummer's the best spot. Two, all the stuff I just mentioned. Three, the sister bond as well. I'm throwing that as a separate one. Four, she's the one that, like, put the hand out to Bocchi and was like, even after Bocchi played in a cardboard box, right? She was still willing to, like, keep Bocchi on the team and wasn't like, because, you know, she has her entire dream of, like, I want my band to be amazing, and she has a really, like, profound reason for doing all that. And then Bocchi shows up, and she's like, fine, okay, I got a guitarist, right? Let's go. And she grabs Bocchi, puts her on stage, and then Bocchi is just a complete mess that plays in a cardboard box and sucks. But Nijika, despite having all these profound and, like, really, like, emotionally charged reasons for even doing all this in the first place, despite all that, she's still so kind and nurturing to Bocchi, and, like, still prioritizes it. So she's, like, not even selfish, you know? Because if she was, like, selfish and mean, then she would probably just be like, okay, Bocchi sucks, I'm kicking her out of the band, I need actual people that know how to play, you know? But no, she, like, still is, like, so caring and sweet. It just checks every box, man. I love Nijika so much. Rio is probably... she's probably great and amazing. She balances off of... Like, I feel like she balances the group really well. You know, because they're kind of, like, all high... They're either high-strung or energetic, right? Because we got, like, Nijika, who's obviously extroverted. Kita, who's, like... Her got Kita aura moment, right? And then Bocchi is kind of a bundle of nerves, so that kind of comes out in, like, a loud way. And then we have Rio, who's just always the calm sea in the background. So that's, like, that helps, like, level all the chaos, which is good, and I appreciate her for that. And then the whole individuality thing, right? Like, seeing, and it's like, it's back to the music thing. Like, what does the music mean to you? You know, Nijika has, like, a lot of really profound things that I really love. And then Rio, it's like this, like, self-expression. And there was something she said to Bocchi that was really good. That was like, make the song you want to make, and most people probably won't get it, but to the few people that get it, it'll really speak true to them, right? And I think that's, like, one of the most... I mean, that's just, like, so good. I mean, that's one of the most, like, profound things I think you can put into any sort of content creation, right? In this case, it's music, and music is, like, kind of always been a speak to the soul thing. But, like, apply that to everything, right? Like, you know, if you want to write a story, write what you want to write. Don't write to, like, placate the masses, right? Because if you write what you want to write and you're genuine and you're honest and, like, you make something that's, like, super special to yourself, then I'm willing to bet, just as kind of Rio says to Bocchi, that it'll really hit a few people that feel the same. And then you'll attract that like-minded crowd. And I think that would even reflect back on the person that made the content even better. Because, like, and it's literally what Rio is saying. Like, Bocchi, do you really want to make, like, a Seishun song, or whatever the phrase is, that, like, isn't true to yourself? Because then even if people love it, all the people that love it, they're gonna love, like, something that's fake, right? Something that you aren't genuine for. You're gonna attract the people that you dislike, all the Seishun people. So don't do that, you know? I'm putting the bassist in the last slot, by the way. I've moved it now. Yeah, so Rio has, like, a lot of really good moments. Dang it. Originally, I was kind of thinking of having Rio below Kita, but now I'm kind of like... After laying it out, I'm not sure anymore. Kita, I like a lot. She's got that devotion. And I feel like what we've seen with Kita, and I've really liked, is how it's like, it started with, sorry, Distortion's playing, so you know. Gotta take a jam break. Okay. Kita. What am I saying, Kita? Kita started, like, so locked in to just Rio, right? That was kind of like her main motivation, because she's into Rio. And wanted to be in, like, a band family with Rio, and maybe wanted to be in another kind of family with Rio, you know what I'm saying? But I think what we've seen, and the last episode really says this the most, is Kita, like, broadening her reasons for being there as, like, she's inspired by Bocchi, right? She sees Bocchi as, like, an amazing performer and is like, okay, let me be the best, like, I can be a great supporting role for this beautiful thing that's unfolding before me, right? So it's like, she's, like, a support participant in orchestrating this powerful song, right? A great working of music. And she's a part of that now. It's no longer just like, oh, I'm hanging out with Rio. You know, I feel like through her, we've seen, like, a common Seishun person unlock in themselves a love for music itself, not just, like, good vibes and, like, you know, all that nonsense. Oh my goodness, this show is so good, man. When's season 2 coming out? Can somebody confirm that already? Can we, like, call them? I'm gonna call Bocchi the Rock herself. Hey, Bocchi. Yeah. When's your next performance, Bocchi? Dang, but who's better, Kita or Rio? They're obviously, the main 4 are better than, like, all of these 6 in the bottom. It's not even close. Bocchi's family's below the main 4. It is what it is. Like a secret base. I don't recognize this song. Yeah. Kita versus Rio. Man, I actually think that I'm totally onto something there a little bit with the like, Kita is, like, a Seishun person who is, like, unlocking this, like, music, right? Her love for music. Because, man, you could probably really build something out of that, huh? With the emphasis of Bocchi and, like, those, like, chippy, kind of shallow, happy songs of romance and love or whatever, and, like, the people that appeals to. I totally feel like Kita could have been part of that crowd. And so, like, for her, like, this music is a way to, like, break out of that, which then is, like, for her, it's like a new well is being opened of just the beauty of it all. Isn't that just so good? That's just so good. Yeah. Okay, I keep distracting myself from actually ranking them. I like Kita's personality more. Kita makes me happier to be around, you know? So, like, when it comes to enjoying the show, like, Kita's bits and Kita's, like, comedic elements, like, hit me harder than most of Rio's. Like, Rio's funny in, like, that really, like, dry way. She's got a really, like, powerful dry humor. She's also just so scummy. Just a little bit. Not so scummy. But, like, you know, pay for my food, pay for my ticket, omega lol. Dang, these two are so hard to rank. I think I kind of feel like Kita needs, like, another arc, you know? Like, a lot of the things I'm like, trying to, like, bring out of Kita's character, as, like, a support role are less powerful when it comes to, like, what is music and, like, what are we performing for, as opposed to Rio. Like, the self-expression and individuality, I think I'm going to give Rio the dub, just because of the like, thematic weight of what she brings. But that's kind of tough. Okay. Nijika's sister. I'm going to give her a great and amazing. I think if I didn't read the chapter, I would give her a good and fine. Honestly, I kind of even want to do, like, this, almost. Just because of that chapter. Because it's literally, like... And I talked about... Man, it's crazy. Because I talked about it when Nijika... When we had the Nijika episode, right? Where she was talking about everything that was, like... You know, all her problems. To Bocchi, she was, like, expressing, like, what music was for her. And, like, you know, why she's even doing all this. Which was so good. And I said something like... It is so good that these two sisters were there for each other when their mom died. Right? Like, that was super powerful to me. And then I read this chapter, right? And it's literally... That wasn't the case. And Nijika was alone. And, you know, Nijika wasn't going to school anymore, I think was, like, kind of the final draw. Is like, she wouldn't go to school. And so, like, that's what called Nijika's sister in. Seika. Sorry, I just had to read it. Seika, right? That's what called Seika in. And caused, like, them to regrow. Yeah, I just love that sister bond. I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna give her above her. I think I'm gonna put her. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let her here. I think I'm gonna let her be here. She's also just like, as a the owner of Starry, and like as like an almost like a mentor figure to Bocchi. I gotta appreciate all that. There's she says a lot of good lines here and there about that, and she like is I think she's the first to recognize Bocchi as Guitar Hero as well, which is pretty sick. And I appreciate. Okay, PA Sound. PA Sound's probably the captain of Good and Fine. Just for lack of content, right? Lack of screen time, lack of anything. She has a fun design and she has some good quips off of Seika, but that's about it. All the people that like hardcore ship these two are like screaming at me to put them in the same tier. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Yeah, like I don't even have much else to say. That just proves my point. Okay, Bocchi. Bocchi beats Kita and Rio for sure. I mean, it's Bocchi the Rock. I'm gonna let her beat Seika as well. I think Bocchi's gonna be the captain of Great and Amazing. Oh shoot, or do I put her in best character? She doesn't beat Nijika for me. She does not beat Nijika because for me, Nijika has so many traits I admire in a person, and also a bunch of depth, and like we get a hint at like the troubles she's gone through to kind of like it makes her being amazing is made so much more powerful by the fact that she's gone through like a lot of really difficult things in her life with her sister, right? So for her to be such a beacon of sunshine and like so just like I don't know, like inspirational and like amazing in the way that she is like double powerful because of that. Bocchi, on the other hand, we're seeing go through that process, which like is valuable in its own way and like, really valuable in its own way. Obviously, all the social anxieties, like getting over all that, that's like, both. I mean, she me for real, right? That's like the kind of the meme I've heard. I mean, she's relatable, right? And so that like that relatableness is what I think has hooked so many people into her character. And honestly, it's hooked me as well, which puts her already above everyone else. And then she's got her moments of like clutching it up on the stage, where she their first performance is Starry, right? And she's like, I'm not gonna let it end like this, and then she just starts going. I mean, that's The Rock, that's the Rock and Bocchi the Rock right there. I mean, she's literally captaining some of the best moments in the entire show. She has to be in the S tier, And like when the solo comes up and I'm panicking because the freaking string just snapped, and Kita is like also kind of panicking and everyone's just kind of panicking, but Bocchi keeps the cool head, grabs drunken Hiyori's sake bottle, which by the way, that's what it was. I didn't notice it during the episode, but people commented that, which is hilarious that her freaking drunken bottles of alcohol that rolled onto stage, Bocchi's like, okay, bet, grabs one of them and starts doing the sliding. What a move. Like, that improv, the adaptability, like, for a character that is built around anxiety and insecurity, the moments that all of that fades away because it's overpowered by the love for music and the love for performance. I mean, what else do I have to say? So good. Guitar Loneliness and Blue Planet is playing too, bro. Okay, Hiyori. I mean, what else do I have to say, right? I love Nichiko with all my soul, but Hiyori is an enlightened, drunken bassist, okay? I kind of feel like she's the best one. Am I wrong for that? I don't think I am. Because, like, the little gimmick she has of having her eyes always closed, and then when she's serious, she opens them, that is, like, already one of the most, like, cool things I've seen in, like, just a little character, like, trait. That's just sick. I love that. Her sake bottle rolling onto the stage and Bocchi using it, amazing. The relatability she, like, builds between her and Bocchi, saying, like, that that's why she, has relied on alcohol so much, is that she was super anxious and nervous when she started her path toward rockdom, right? That's great. Connection to Rio with all the, like, Rio's been to her shows. That's great. she, stumbles into an anxious Bocchi with a guitar, and it was so good. Like when Bocchi was lying to her and said that she was gonna like she hadn't taken lessons yet, or like was gonna like sell it or something, and she says like give it a shot. You can tell how much she values music and like how powerful it is to her, and it's not a way that she's like she wants other people to experience that, like other performers. She's literally like such a perfect mentor figure. It's crazy, especially for Bocchi, because Bocchi is so like destroyed by social anxiety and all that stuff, right? So for her to be like a go with the flow, like soothed, like she's like a wave. She's like an ocean wave, man. But not when it crashes on shore, I'm talking about when it's out deep in the ocean and it's just that calm, it's like strumming of a bass, man. She feels like a bass lick, that just like vroom, or whatever you want to call it, man. That's what she feels like. And so it's kind of what Rio does as well. And it's one of my favorite parts about Rio, how it's like this like smoothing of all the chaotic energy, right? We got Nijika and Kita, who are both extroverted. Kita's got Kita aura out the waz. And then we got Bocchi, who is like a bundle of nerves that sometimes just kind of explodes. And so having characters like Rio and Hiyori who like come in and they smooth it out is like really good for that juxtaposition, right? And like that contrast. And then for Hiyori specifically, she also like it's a mentor thing, so I feel like that relationship is even stronger. She's funny, right? She's the first to come to like every performance, even the school festival. She's there, despite being a drunken like maniac who literally loses her base at like everything she does. She still is the first to arrive to these events, right? Like her supporting Bocchi supersedes her drunken losing her base, like having no idea what she's doing. She's just the best character. Out of nowhere too, because you expect the main four to be like Pog, right? Like you kind of have to have all of them being great and amazing or above, because that's just what you do. So for like a side character to hit as hard as she does, you gotta respect it. You just gotta respect it. Also, her song was fire. When's that gonna come out? I forgot the name of it, but I think it comes out next month, so that's exciting. Because it's just so good. It's just so good. She's just the rock. She's like another rock, It's just crazy. I love her. Okay. We reset. A good song is playing again. Okay. Now we do not a waifu list. Okay, we're not doing a waifu list. I know some people, like, I do that a lot, right? I like waifu lists, but come on, what am I gonna do? I'll even give you a screen cap. Like, I do this. She's like, it's 16 or something, man. I ain't trying to do that. Or like, this, that just is wrong. That just feels wrong, Yeah, no shot. So we're gonna do like, friend list. This is friend list. Best friend. Easy. I don't want to meet you. Okay. And then this is like a great friend. Smile. Yeah, you alright. And then meh, would put up with you. Okay. Meh, would put up with you. Let me do a little scramble so that we don't like put like I want to have a good character as the concluding one. Let's put Bocchi as the final one and then do like some of this. Okay. Bocchi's dad. He's in one of the bottom two. Nothing against him, but like nothing for him either. He's just, I don't know. His personality is like sobbing and being kind of a maniac a little bit over Bocchi. You know what? I don't really want to meet you, man. I feel like you're just kind of cringe. It is what it is. Like, you're a fine character, and I like your relationship with Bocchi and like but I don't want to like meet Bocchi's parents, man. Especially the dad. Like the mom, at least I would put up with. I'd be like, okay, well, like, let's go with you. But the dad, I ain't trying to meet the dad. Futari, the little girl. Is that her name? Yeah, it is. I mean, she's literally like a child. I'd put up with her. I mean, it's like fun to like hang out, like, play games with a kid. Be like, hey, you want to like play a imagination? I don't know. I don't have a kid or anything, so it's kind of weird. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'd put up with her. She's aight. Okay, Kita. Oh wow, this is hard actually. Kita's kind of amazing. I kind of love Kita. I love Kita's energy. I think she's a great friend. Because she's just fun. I appreciate the extroversion. I'm pretty good at like matching energy, right? So like if I'm friends with Kita, she's passionate, she's going to karaoke, we're going crazy, we're partying, like I'm with her, you know? I'm totally down for that. And she's popular. Like I like popularity as like I like being with popular people because it's kind of fun. I like the popular archetype, even if I don't really like attempt to go down the popular archetype myself. But I do like appreciate what the popular archetype represents, and Kita definitely is like an archbishop of popular archetype. Pie-san, yeah, you'd be fun. You'd be alright. I feel like I wouldn't have anything to talk about with her, you know? Like I'd sit down at Starry, I'd sit down at the table with her, you know, have a little like orange juice or whatever and be sipping it. She's like, hey Pie-san, how you doing? You know, and then she just kind of looks at me and is like, well, I'm good. Then what? What do I do? What bands you listen to? I don't, she's gonna start spitting bands that I've never even heard of. What genres do you want? Oh, Black Death, Ultra Metal. I don't know what that is, Pie-san. You know what I'm saying? This random girl. I mean, you're alright. It's kind of the same thing. This dude, even worse. Like, what am I supposed to say about this guy? I mean, I'd put up with him. I guess. I'd put up with both of you. I feel like this girl's kind of chill. I feel like she's a Pie-san kind of girl. I don't like this guy. Is what it is. Nijika's easily the best person in this list. Nijika wins this list without question, by the way. Let me just make that completely clear. Transparent, okay? She's everything I admire in a person. Right? And that's magnified by... Because, like, all those traits... Because I know, this has been, like, the Nijika praise video. For good reason. Specifically because, like there's these traits I admire in her, right? But, like, most of the time, I admire these traits in someone, but there's a part of me that, like, deep down thinks, like, would these traits hold up for her? Or would these traits hold up in this person if they, like, if something horrible happened to them? Or would they transform into someone that's jaded and cynical and blah, blah, blah? Like, do these positive traits that I'm seeing in this person, do they come out of a place of ignorance and privilege, you know? And so Nijika has gone through a ringer, right, with having a parent die. Horribly sad, right? And she's still come out of it with those positive traits. So those positive traits are, like, founded, right? They're not... she's not just happy, she's not happy and extroverted and sweet and bubbly just because, like... oh, I'm sweet, blah, blah, blah. No, she is doing it on top of being aware of how bad the world can get to a degree because of a parent dying, right? So, like, the exposure to suffering plus the positive traits, like, completely lock her into S tier. Easily, without question. I love her and she's an angel. Also, it would be really fun to her little, like, chip hair to just, like, bing, and it goes like, you know? Like, one of those door stopper things, you know? That, like, they stick out the door. Boom. You do that with her hair constantly. It would be so fun. Seika. Seika's alright. Seika's alright. Top of alright. You know what? Maybe she would be a great friend. I feel like she's got that, like, you know, I feel like she's, quippy. And, like, what's it called? Wit. She has good wit. You know? Which I like. I feel like I have no more to say on her. Yeah, I'm gonna just have that be it. What's this girl's name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Eliza, I think. Do I have it written down? No. Eliza. If that is your name. Where do you go? You're kind of fun. I feel like you're the king of yeah, you alright. I don't think I can put her in a great friend tier because, one, I don't know her that well. And two, like Kita's absolute unrelenting positivity and, like, energy is really, like, I feel like it would be a lot of fun to be around. I feel like Seika's got good wit and, like, you know, would be funny to be around, and also, like, kind of, like, you could cool off with her and, like, chill. This Eliza girl, I don't know anything about, but she just seems to have a good vibe. I don't know, man. That's all I got to say about her. Okay. Wow, this is a hard one. Hiyori. I mean, listen, she's not best friend tier. I'm gonna be honest. I love her. I love everything she stands for. She's kind of a drunken leech, you know? She's kind of the worst. Like, and she always smells like alcohol, and you gotta, like, I mean, you've seen Seika have to carry her around because she's, like, falling. I feel like I would get so tired of having to, like, babysit her, you know? Like, where's the independence, man? Yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna have to eat. I might even put Eliza above Hiyori, which is just a kind of insane idea. But at least Eliza seems like an independent person. But Hiyori's kind of like friend. She's not a friend. She's a mentor, and she's an enlightened, like, monk. But I'm not gonna hang out with a monk for fun, you know? I'm not gonna hang out with a Hiyori for fun. Like, I'd chill with you. Without question. I'd go to your concert and have a great time. But would I go to a concert with you? I don't know. I mean, I already know I'm designated driver. You know, it's just kind of how it is. Oh, geez, Rio? I mean, Rio's kind of the same thing. Rio might even be worse, I'm gonna be honest. Because, I mean, Rio's just kind of the worst, right? Like, you try to hang out with everyone, and then she just she declines because she has something to do, and then sends you pictures of food and asks, hey, what should I buy? Like, could you not just show me what you're doing because you didn't want to hang out with me? Like, you could just say, like, I don't know, man. It's just... and pay me back, you know? And pay me back next time. Hiyori at least is drunken and like, enlightened. But, like, Rio, I'm sorry. You pay me back next time. I have nothing more to say to you. Bocchi. Oh, jeez. I love her, but at the same time, like, am I really gonna put her in a great friend? When I feel like... I don't know, man. It's like, I love her. She's sweet, but it's kind of the same thing of, like, I don't want to have to take care of people. And that sounds bad, and maybe it is. And because I'm willing to take care of people. But that's not like that's not a friendship thing, right? I see, like, I want to become friends with somebody that it makes both of our lives better, right? And that can include, like, being there for each other and, like, putting emotional maintenance in with each other. In fact, that's probably a very large part of, like, being any sort of good friend, right? Like, there is a degree of being there for each other that I would say is necessary for good friends. But, like, Bocchi, right? Hanging out with her, she's literally doing this. She's either doing that or she's having a panic attack. And that's all right. Like, no disrespect to her because she has a lot of insecurities and stuff. And I would love to help her out with that. Like, I'd help her. But how much is she going to increase in my quality of life by me being a friend with her? You know? There's a little bit of the selfish aspect that's like, wait, you know, come on, man. I mean, she's all right. It's not like I'd be putting up with her. But I wouldn't go out of my way to be your friend. Wow, that makes me sound bad. Am I evil? Yes, I'm evil. Yeah. I don't know, man. She's not this low. She's better than Hiyori and Eliza. Oh, no. Is she better than Eliza? No. Nijika's easily the top. Okay, let's just go top to bottom. Nijika wins. Kita is just so fun. Love the extroversion. Love the energy. Love the Kitora. Seika, witty, fun, smart. I respect her. A big part of friendship for me is also respect, right? Like, I try to only put time in with people that I respect, because if I don't respect you, then why would I spend time with you? You know, like, surround yourself with people that you respect. That's something I hold as something I should do, and I respect her a lot. In fact, I respect her and Nijika a lot. I respect Kita and, like, the others, like, enough, but I definitely, like, ultra respect the sisters. Eliza, I'm dropping you down three people, because honestly, I don't know you. Bocchi versus Hiyori versus Rio. I mean, drunk people are kind of fun, though. Like, Hiyori's at least a fun drunk. But I feel like I'd get tired of her, would I? I'm just trying to imagine, like, Hiyori right now, like, sitting on my bed, like, passed out drooling on my sheets, you know? That's what I'm trying to... I'm, like, imagining that, and it's just not a good case for her. And then Bocchi would just be, like, in a corner, just having a panic attack. Rio would be, like, taking money out of my drawer. Like, you know? And then Nijika would just be, like, trying to get people to stop robbing me. That's just what it would be, man. And Kitora would be sitting right here next to me. Okay, this is getting a bit too far. Yeah. This is a hard one. Bocchi. It's like the slice of life Bocchi that we see so often, that, you know, that's like kind of a little hyperbolic, you know, a little extreme sometimes, like for comedic effect. That Bocchi, I wouldn't really want to be friends with, but I wouldn't hate her. Like, I would like her, but I wouldn't see her as a friend, necessarily. Right? Or I wouldn't want to be friends with her. But if we were friends, then I'd still like her. Blah, blah, blah. It's kind of a weird spot there, right? I've kind of tried to explain that. But the, like, Bocchi... Like, being in a band with Bocchi would be really fun. Maybe I should do a band list as well. That might make me feel better. I'll speedrun a band list as well. We'll make it 3. Like, how much would I want to be in a band with you? Yeah, that makes me feel better. Because as a friend, it's like, man, but like as a band person, okay, a lot of these people will move around. Okay, bet. To finish this one, Bocchi or Hiyori, who would I rather hang out with? It's Hiyori. Bocchi versus Rio, who would I rather hang out with? It's Bocchi. Rio versus the rest of these fools, it's Rio. Honestly, going clubbing with Hiyori would probably be fun. I'm going to put her in a great friend. It is what it is, okay? She's the enlightened bassist. She's going to spit facts, and then she's going to be funny. That's just how we do things in these parts, okay? Yeah, one more list. Okay, we speedrun. Would be in a band with you ASAP. Don't touch an instrument in your entire life, please. A great addition with an with a 0. No, that's a bit much. With an exclamation mark. Good period. Bad period. Okay. We do a little scramble. Okay. Would be in a band with you ASAP. Eliza, you seem like a great addition. Random girl, you seem fine. Bocchi's mom, don't touch an instrument in your entire life, please. She said herself she's not into it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Kita. That's a great question. I feel like she would be a great addition. I mean, we've seen ourselves, like, how dedicated she gets to the craft, you know? How, I think we even saw her fingers bleed. Hello, my YouTube, is it gonna video pause to continue watching? Yes, please do. Thank you. Yeah. Right, so she's dedicated to the craft. She heightens the energy. She's everything you want. I'm dropping Eliza a tier just so that Kita gets this tier to herself. Hiyori is an instant... a great addition. Ooh. Because think about it. She's the kind of person to leave her bass around and not know what she's doing, man. Like, I don't want to be in a band with you. You don't even, you know, like, you're in an, do I? I feel like you'd just be having to pick up her scraps. You know, a little bit. But at the same time, she balances that out with being both a very good player and having a great passion for music, you know? So yeah, Rio's probably good. I'll probably put her right below No, I'm putting her right above Kita. No, I'm putting Kita right above her. It's really close. Nijika, got you. Though, I kind of want to play the drums, though, so I kind of need to play the drums. It's okay, I'll let you play the drums. I'll learn the vocals and guitar. I'll be the Kita. Let's go. Nijika's sister. Nijika's sister would be really good. I feel like, because I feel like she's got great dedication to the craft as well. She's experienced. She's all those things. She's basically like a lot of the things I like about Hiyori, like an expert in the field, minus the X factor of the drunkenness and losing your equipment. Pie-san, yeah, I mean, you'd probably be fine. This guy, you're probably fine. I'm not gonna put Futari in "Don't touch an instrument in your entire life, please," for the sole reason if she's a child, so she still gets to develop. But in her current state, being a band with her would be bad, right? I mean, just imagine, right? Because she would have no idea what she's doing, and she's like 6. The dad, he's a music fan. He's not a music man. I'm putting him in bad. Above or below the like 6 to 7-year-old girl that is Futari? A great question. Because at least Futari's got potential, right? At least Futari's the kind of, like, she could grow up into someone. This guy's already hit his max. And but he had a guitar. I'm going to have to give it to him. He's actually played an instrument before. Futari has not. She is a child. It is what it is. Bocchi has been the most powerful. Honestly, I'd probably do this. I think Bocchi's number 2. Nijika, like, all those positive traits are what cements her at number 1 for me. But Bocchi has proved herself beyond a shadow of a doubt that when it comes to music, she is the GOAT. You know? She clutches it out. She is writing the best lyrics. She's going hard. She's going crazy. Honestly, I almost want to have Bocchi as team captain and just be on team, just have her as the number 1. I'm going to do this, I think. Or this. I like this. Yeah. Oh, man. Bocchi versus Nijika. Who would I rather be in a band with? Because Bocchi, you got to deal with the Bocchi insecurity. Which is, like, can be slightly a problem. But honestly, like, where she's at the end of season 1, it's not even a problem anymore. Like, yeah, but, like, on stage, in front of a bunch of people from her school, no less, she's still absolutely clutching out a solo gone wrong with her guitar string snapping. I mean, that is, like, the biggest test of willpower and skill that I could imagine to happen on that performance, other than, like, a meteor crashing into the stadium or something, But, yeah. So in that way, she's definitely she has the highest power level of any person when it comes to music. Other than maybe Hiyori. Hiyori's got that experience, but, So I feel like Nijika actually loses the edge there because of lack of experience. She has all the motivations and all the positive qualities to tie a band together and to make something beautiful happen. But Bocchi has, like, a prodigious kind of undercurrent and, like, an unspoken talent that comes through right when you need it every time. And for that reason, Bocchi's got to win. It is what it is. Nijika versus Hiyori. I'm gonna give it to Nijika out of not wanting to deal with Hiyori's drunkenness, but I would still deal with Hiyori's drunkenness easily if it meant having her in a band, which is why she's a great addition. I think. Or she would be in a band with you ASAP. I mean, she's truly enlightened, right? I mean, imagine being in a band with these 3, Nijika to kind of be the spokesperson, the face, do the little banter, all that nonsense, and to bring those positive energy, and then Bocchi Hiyori as this, like, dynamic power duo that's, like, really making some, like, crazy, talented, amazing things happen. I mean, they're kind of all amazing. And honestly, if you have Nijika to help balance it out, or help balance Hiyori out and, like, babysit for you, like, if I'm not the one that has to babysit her as much, then that's really good news. And I think Nijika would be willing to babysit. I mean, she's babysits Rio half the time, right? Which is just funny. A really great. I'm going to add a really here to emphasize how much I think these 3 would still be great. There's a distinction here, though. I'm kind of having trouble between Rio and Kita still, honestly. and a little, and kind of the two of them versus Seika, because like Seika is, she's not she's put the band life behind her. She's put the band life behind her. I'm gonna actually drop her because it's not that I don't want to be in a band with her, but I don't think she wants to be in a band with me. She doesn't want to be in a band anymore. She wants to support her little sister because she's a great older sister. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to give her a lower spot. She still beats all these hoes. And then Kita versus Rio. I mean, Kita has proven that when she sees a great working of music, that she is wanting to be a part of that and is willing to do it as a support role and is willing to play till her fingers are calloused, to practice till her fingers are, I think, bleeding even, right? I think we got that at one point. I might be tripping, but... And then Rio, no doubt, has an incredible passion for music as well, and individuality and, like, expression. But if I were to be in a band, I think I would rather have Kita's personality to, like, raise the passion, rather than, like, a Rio to balance it out, especially if we got Hiyori to kind of balance it out already. And Bocchi, honestly. When Bocchi's on stage, she really gets, like, in that groove. And the rest of these guys, do I even care? PA beats... No, I'll let Eliza beat PA. PA beats these two. The girl beats the boy because I'm sexist. I guess. I made that up. Don't take that seriously. The dad is bad because he's not a... He probably played for fun back in the day, right? Or maybe he had a band or something. I kind of forgot. But, yeah. Sister, she... Honestly, I almost want to put a new tier in that says... awful, but maybe a diamond in the rough, But I won't. So yeah, I guess that'll do it for the Bocchi The Rock tier list. Of course, if you like the video, subscribe if you're new. I appreciate you making it all the way through Bocchi The Rock. If a season 2 comes out or anything like that, I'm on it. Got all the things on my Spotify, which is a great feeling. It's kind of crazy. I'll just be like walking around with music automatically playing, and then like... Guitar Loneliness in the Blue Planet will come up and just everything changes, Yeah. But a great show. Definitely, I've kind of said before, it's kind of been a little bit of a theme that I don't watch slice of life type stuff or like comedies really. And I think most of the time I would still hold that largely. But just because I think I worry with a lot of those genre, with like slice of life and comedy genres, that there's not something substantial there to actually care about, right? Because if it's all jokes, then like, yeah, the jokes can be funny, but like, I don't engage in media to laugh, right? I don't engage in media to have comedy happen, right? And it's just not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for stories that like impact me and make me feel things and tell me things about the world, tell me things about myself, the human condition, blah, blah, blah. And this show has done all of those things that I just said largely through music and largely through those comedy and slice of life bits, right? Those slice of life and comedy bits are done with such purpose. And that purpose is what's so intoxicating to me. So this has been a great introduction into that genre, I would say. Especially because, I love the characters individually. Most of them, at least, right? I love most of them. And so to just have them slice of life exist with each other and just hang out, I mean, that's a lot of fun as well. But it requires a certain level of like soul and spirit and somewhat even stakes in like why they're even existing in this world for me to care about them in the first place, I guess I would say. Yeah, so good stuff. Really good stuff. Great introduction into the genre. That'll be the end of the tier list and the end of season 1. I don't think I have anything else to really put out for this show, sadly. Until a season 2 comes out. Maybe some like lyric analysis stuff if there's enough interest, plus if some of the more songs come out, but that'll be in a while if it does happen. Of course, if you like the video, subscribe if you're new. Join the Discord if you want to talk to me there, or bring like a Bocchi thing up way down the line there. That would be Pog. You're definitely invited, but of course if you don't want to join that, then don't, okay? No pressure. Subscribe if you're new, and until the next show, whatever. Oh yeah, replacing this, just look out for a YouTube announcement. I've already decided it, but I'm going to be a little snake, and I'm not going to say it yet, okay? How do you feel about that? Yeah. So yeah, until then, until next show, until next whatever, I'll be seeing you. Peace.